Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to start with apologies because I look very tired today. I don't know if some of you have this as well. Sometimes when you're thinking too much, you cannot sleep and then you fall asleep really late at night just from your mind being overloaded, overthinking, and then you don't get enough sleep, but then you feel like you're in Moscow. For God's sake, you have to go out and explore and enjoy. So if I look a little bit, that's because I didn't have that much sleep, just few hours. To my Russian viewers, I always appreciate you guys because you put in the comments down below. Can you tell everyone in the comments who is here on this statue? And we are in this park that is so lovely. Look how beautiful the sky. Very cinematographic, isn't it? So I'm gonna give you the news, and then I'm going to share with you a personal story that actually has happened to me, and I think many of you will appreciate that sharing, because when we make mistakes, we have to acknowledge this and share this with others so they don't repeat the same mistakes. And behind me is Russian Sabaka, so beautiful. German Shepherd, black, beautiful dog. Okay, guys, so let's start with the news. What do I have for you today? I have, let me think, mainly the topic about Polish farmers and what's going on with that protest, which is really the most important at this, well, one of the most important things at this point. And then what our minister, Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sikorski, has said during his visit in Monachium about that protest of Polish farmers. So let's start with this protest. Yesterday I made a mistake, because when you are traveling and then when you are overly excited, hitting 100,000 subscribers, and then when it's snowing and you try to balance yourself in that weather, I said it was the 20th yesterday. Of course it wasn't. The 20th will be tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Today we have the 19th, yesterday was the 18th, and some of you a little freaked out. But on that note, sometimes I am kind of like a time traveler, just saying. So I made a mistake, because that protest that Polish farmers are focusing on now at the border with Ukraine, well, it's in the entire country, but mainly on the border in Ukraine, it will be intensified, including the farmers from European Union, supposed to take place tomorrow on the 20th. However, yesterday I came across an article that the date has been moved, and let me tell you what's going on. A large farmer protests have been postponed. Polish farmers are demanding a temporary closure of the border with Ukraine to stop the influx of agricultural products from the country. Farmers will block all borders crossing between Poland and Ukraine, so all the crossings will be blocked. The intensification of the protest has been announced for February 20th, that is tomorrow, Tuesday. But there are statements that they actually moved this on the 27th of February. Let me see here. No, the march on Warsaw will take place on 27th of February, as was originally planned. So at this moment I'm not exactly sure, because it looks like there will be protests at the border and there will be protests in Warsaw, so they're gonna go straight to the governmental office and protest there. Sławomir Izdebski, the chairman of the National Alliance of Trade Unions of Farmers and Agricultural Organizations, said on Radio for You, Radio dla Ciebie. He said this: a lot of blockades have been reported in Poland, and in the moment it would turn out that we are blocking ourselves. Therefore we decided that we will maintain the strike on February 20th throughout the country, but in the form of blocking roads. The march on Warsaw will take place on February 27th, he explained. For more than a week now, Polish farmers have been protesting in about 250 places in Poland, opposing the introduction of the Green Deal and the influx of the agricultural products from Ukraine. The Ministry of Agriculture emphasizes that the farmers' demands have been submitted to the European Commission. According to the announcements, farmers will temporarily block roads throughout the country until March 10th. Now, Sikorski was just in Munich. Let me tell you what he said. In regards to this protest, another shit show. Yes, I said it. I know it's not very much like a lady should speak, but I just say like it is. Sorry for shaking, it's cold. I hope you're okay with this. Sikorski, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, thank you USA. You know who he is by now, I'm sure you do. He was asked about those protests of Polish farmers. And he said, we need to solve the problem of Ukrainian grain and carriers so that it does not obscure the overall picture of Polish solidarity with Kiev. Did you hear it? We need to solve this problem so it does not obscure the overall picture of Polish solidarity with Kiev. Are you kidding me? That's what matters, right? The solidarity with Kiev, not the condition of Polish farmers, Polish citizens. Sikorski stressed that the problem is structural and that under the pressure of events, Ukraine was admitted to the single market without any conditions or transitional periods. There is a solution on the horizon, he said. It is a Ukrainian victory in the Black Sea. If Ukraine regains control of the western part of Black Sea, that will also help to resolve this issue, he said. So here I want to say something before I continue with the situation with Polish farmers and the protests. When you go on my community page, the last video that I have posted there, that is in Polish actually, it's a video in which you see what kind of shitty stuff is entering Poland, okay? You can turn on the translation from Polish into English or other language, whatever you desire. You have this option on YouTube, but if you look at the images, many of you are farmers or are familiar with those kind of products. You see how the corn looks like, you see how other, grain or other products there looks like. So just make sure to click on this video because you will see the real pictures from the farmers that are showing Polish citizens what has been crossing the border. On my community page, guys. Now let's continue with this. So now we have the Minister of Justice of Ukraine who met with Polish farmers who are blocking border crossing, and his opinions contradicted the words of the spokesman of the Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So what this man, Minister of Justice of Ukraine, who kind of looks like a mini version of Salvador Dali with a little bit shorter mustache. You can see the face if you look it up. He said about Polish farmers, they are very nice people who have a lot of myths in their heads. Myths, like Greek mythology or something. They are very nice people who have a lot of myths in their heads. The reality turned out to be slightly different from expectations, he said. I was going to Warsaw for negotiations. After crossing the border, I went out to talk to Polish farmers who were blocking the border. They are very nice people who have a lot of myths in their heads. Now listen to this. Just listen to this. I'm telling you. They heard, he continues, that Ukrainian trucks transport not only Ukrainian but also Russian grain. And they don't want Russian grain, he said. You know what I say? LOL. Okay? What else can I say? So now it's like they are protesting because the grain is not Only from Ukraine, but it's from Russia. Are you kidding me, man? Are you for real? You see, like, they are like delusional people, I'm telling you. Yeah, brain dysfunctional, for sure. And the birds came, and some of you say that the birds are recording me, so... Alright. Hello, birds. Привет. Now, from TASS. Even though this is from February 13th, which is a week ago, it's actually very accurate because today, I tell you what's gonna start today. Article is from the 13th and it says Putin chooses not to participate in campaign debates. This comes from the Central Election Commission. As you know, in a month from now, a little bit less than that, there will be a presidential election in Russia. How cute those birds. Look at the white pigeon. Maybe he's the one who is recording me. Who knows? I show you the birds and I talk. Okay. The candidates will be able to use the free airtime on 5 federal television channels and 3 radio stations, and they will start this from today. So that's why I decided to give you this news, even though it's older, that Putin is not going to participate in the campaign debates, because today they're gonna start those debates, guys. Commenting on Putin's decision not to take part in campaign debates, his press secretary Dmitry Peskov said that the president appears in the media every day with his remarks on all aspects of country's life, and Russians have the opportunity to see Putin statements on all aspects of their lives on daily basis. Putin is the incumbent, did I say it correctly? Putin is the incumbent head of state and has a very busy presidential schedule, Peskov said. This makes him completely different, wholly different from any other candidate. I mean, imagine how busy he is, like, and to have those debates, this actually makes sense. I think at this point, what was his approval lately, guys? 82-83%. You can put in the comments down below. So this is the news that I have for you today. I think that's it. Yeah, and I will record probably a few more clips from Moscow. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Watch all the way to the end to see more of this stunning city that I really, really love. With this being said, all the links to the articles I just read you, including that one that Polish farmers are protesting because the grain is also from Russia. OMG, lol. I'm telling you the stories they make. Anyway, all the links are down below in the description box. Follow me on Instagram because I put a lot of places in the stories there from Moscow. I also did live yesterday, spontaneous live there, walking the streets in the evening to show you. And what else? Thank you for buying me the coffee, those of you who did. Очень спасибо. I really, really appreciate. Join my mailing list, guys. Again, I emphasize, just in case, you never know. And let me show you what is here, because I am Muzej. My Russian subscribers, you can translate. A lot of cool places. In those parks you can actually see a lot of exhibitions sometimes, by the way, so next time I show you a different park. What else is there? Rumble, PayPal, mailing list, locals community. Thank you to all of you who support me there, who became monthly supporter. It also helps me a lot. Oh, the story, guys, I almost forgot. OMG. Alright, so this is a real story from my life. Listen, as you know, I have account in Raiffeisen Bank, which means I have account in rubles, I have account in euros and also in US dollars. Normally when I transfer money, I transfer from my US account that I still have to my Raiffeisen account here in Russia in euros. And I was doing this several times. Sometimes the money arrives the same day, sometimes the next day, sometimes within 3 days. That's on average. For some reason, I felt inspired, compelled, I don't know why. When I was still in Poland, I decided to transfer $550 for my trip. And I did that. And when I arrived here, the time was passing by, the money was gone from my US account, but was not here in the Russian account. So I called the bank in US and I asked them what's going on, and they said from our side it's all good. Long story short, today, since it's Monday, I went to Raiffeisen Bank to ask what's going on from the Russian side. Почему у меня деньги нет? Why I don't have money, right? I know I didn't say this correctly, but at least I'm trying. So I was told, you know, if you transfer any amount, if you transfer in dollars any amount below 1,000, if it's not above 1,000, the bank will take 50% of this, which means I lost all my $550. I was like, no, my God, I can't believe it. And I think when she told me this, her name is Victoria, she's my girl, my favorite girl in Raiffeisen Bank, I said, I can't believe it. I forgot about it. So learn from my mistake. If you're transferring, actually it's better to transfer in euros. The exchange rate is better. All the money I transfer, the bank took it. So I asked her, I just hope it stays in Russia, because if at least I support something here with this money, then I feel better. But I don't know if I support Austria or if I support something else. But that's the lesson, guys. If you transfer below $1,000, not above $1,000, the bank will take 50% of it. So let's say you transfer 800, the bank will take half of it. Well, my $550 is gone. Do свидания. It's a memory. You know, it's a lot of money. I know. But what can I do? You know, you live and you learn. You're not gonna kill yourself for this. I have place to sleep. I have food to eat. I'm good. So all is well, and it's just the money. So at least you can hear my real story. I'm not ashamed to share it. What a stupid mistake I made. So maybe at least some of you will remember my story and can avoid it. Okay? You always have to check. I forgot completely. Always transfer in euros. I had no problem. For some reason I chose in US dollars. So guys, that's all for today. Hit that like if this video brings you any value. Thank you for subscribing, for leaving the comment. I don't have comments of the day today. I will bring them to you tomorrow in another video. And yeah, lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye everyone.